good. We're good. I know, I forgot you're out there.
All you gotta do is text me.
Okay. We're gonna have a forerunner today. Course is ready to, the race is ready to begin. Forerunner now on course. In the start house is Bodie DeVellian from Masconomet. Forerunner's time, 34.93. Bodie DeVellian on course. In the start house is Nerig Manassian from Austin Prep. Time for Bodie, 31.15. Nerig Manassian on course. And Ben Polanski from North Andover in the start. Time for Nerig, 37.53. Ben Polanski on course and Evan Fisicelli is in the start from St. John's. Time for Ben, 35.20. Evan Fisicelli on course and Cameron Bell from Manchester, Essex in the start. Time for Evan, 27.23. Cameron Bell on course, and Adam Payne from Haverhill is in the start. Time for Cameron, 35.89. Adam Payne on course and Tommy Lynch from Newburyport is in the start. Time for Adam, 24.09. Tommy Lynch is on course and Ryan Swenson is in the start from Andover. Time for Tommy, 31.98. Ryan Swenson on course and Owen Palmer from Masconomet is in the start.
Go, go, go.
Time for Ryan Swenson, 36.04. Time for Owen Palmer, 26.46. 26.46. Dante Philodoro on course. Owen Palmer is on course. I was right the first time. Dante Philodoro's time, 30.49. Chris Bodner is on course from North Andover. And in the start is Owen Gant from St. John's. Time for Chris Bodnar, 34.25. Owen Gant on course. Time for Owen, 25.28. Owen Bappy on course from Manchester, Essex. And Henry Hartford is in the start from Haverhill. Time for Owen, 37.88. Henry Hartford on course, and Tyler Trebanian from Newburyport is in the start. Time for Henry, 25.57. Tyler Trebanian on course, and Sanjay Kim from Andover is in the start. Time for Tyler, 33.36. Sanjay Kim is on course. Will Karen from Masconomet is in the start. Time for Sanjay Kim, 27.86. Will Karen on course, and Dario Philodoro from Austin Prep is in the start. Time for Will, 27.16. Dario Philodoro on course, and Ryan Radulski from North Andover is in the start. Dario Philodoro's time, 28.93. Ryan Radulski on course, and Tim Harmon from St. John's Prep is in the start. Tim Harmon on course, and Peter Shaw from Manchester, Essex is in the start. Time for Tim Harmon, 23.21. Peter Shaw is on course, and Paul Parachochuk from Haverhill is in the start. Time for Peter Shaw, 43.87. Paul Parachochuk on course, and Graham Smith from Newburyport is in the start. Time for Paul, 28.14. Graham Smith on course. Theo Hutchins from Andover is in the start. Time for Graham, 32.40. Theo Hutchins on course, and Andrew Mitchell from Masconomet is up top. Time for Theo, 28.67. Andrew Mitchell on course, and Luke Bartley from Austin Prep is in the start. Time for Andrew Mitchell, 28.49. Luke Bartley on course, Luke Ramos from North Andover in the start. Time for Luke, 30.75. Luke Ramos on course, and Cole Hosmer from St. John's Prep is in the start. Time for Luke Ramos, 28.16. Cole Hosmer is on course from St. John's Prep, and Aiden Wise from Havel is in the start. Time for Cole, 25.78. On course is Aiden Wise from Haverhill, and Nolan Smith from Newburyport is in the start. Time for 32.63. Nolan Smith is on course, and Quinton Cario from Andover in the start. Time for Nolan, 32.90. Quinton Cario on course, and Lars Kovamies from Asconomet is in the start.
Come on, Quentin, go, reach.
Time for Quinton, 30.59. Lars Kovamies on course, and Drew Nadrozik from Austin Prep is in the start. Time for Lars, 33.84. Drew Nadrozik on course, and Will VW from North Andover is in the start. Time for Drew, 37.81. Will VW on course, and Josh Harmon from St. John's Prep is in the start. Time for Will VW, 31.15. Josh Harmon on course, and Tristan Rogers from Manchester, Essex is in the start. Time for Josh, 24.47. Tristan Rogers from Manchester, Essex is in the start. You need to move your car right now. Right now. That's left the meeting area. That's all those signed up for 4 o'clock and snowboard lessons. Those lessons starting right now at the left meeting area. Time for Tristan, 40.00. Alex Ziza on course, and Andrew Long from Newburyport in the start. Time for Alex, 35.36. Andrew Long on course, and Gardner Porter from Andover is in the start. Time for Andrew, 33.14. Gardner Porter on course. Wilson Magny from Masconomet is in the start. Time for Gardner, 30.37. Wilson Magny on course, and Ryan Reck from Austin Prep in the start. Time for Will, 30.48. Ryan Reck on course, and Will Hennessy from North Andover in the start. Ryan's time is 40.11. Will Hennessy on course, and Rocco Mascarelli from St. John's Prep is in the start. Time for Will Hennessy, 30.01. Rocco Mascarelli on course, and Ryan Began from Haverhill is in the start. Time for Rocco, 28.30. Ryan Began is on course, and Caleb Bradshaw from Newburyport is in the start. Time for Ryan, 36.52. Caleb Bradshaw on course, and Ian Cox from Andover in the start. Time for Caleb, 34.92. Ian Cox on course, and Elias Cantor from Masconomet is in the start.
Stick with it. Go, go, go.
Time for Ian, 33.30. Elias Cantor on course, and David Morrow from Austin Prep is in the start.
Yup.
Time for Ian, 34.26. In the start is Henry Coote from St. John's Prep. The last four times, Ian Cox, 33.3. Elias Cantor, 34.26. David Morrow, 34.09. And Ollie Litster, 28.28. Henry Coote on course, and David Yang from Haverhill is in the start. Time for Henry, 25.03. David Yang is on course and Beckett Sava from Newburyport is in the start. Time for David, 42.00. Beckett Sava on course and Karan Mar from Andover is in the start. Or Kyron, not sure. Time for Beckett, 38.59. Kyron Mar on course. Anthony Stevens from Masconomet is in the start.
There you go. Push. Oh.
Time for Kyron, 31.01. Anthony Stevens on course and Nate Jaffe from Austin Prep is in the start. Time for Anthony, 30.93. On course is Nate Jaffe and Derek Monahan from North Andover is in the start.
It's after this race, so there's gonna be another race later on tonight. So when you push the one back in, you know how you do that? Push it, make sure it's totally clear so that anybody can do it. Okay.
Time for Nate, 41.54. Derek Monahan is on course and Peyton McKee from St. John's Prep is in the start. Time for Derek, 30.11. Peyton McKee is on course and Sam White from Haverhill is in the start. Time for Peyton, 27.47. Sam White on course. Sawyer Sperry from Newburyport is in the start. Time for Sam, 41.46. Sawyer Sperry on course. Max Reams from Andover is in the start. Time for Sawyer, 35.53. Max Reams on course and Ethan Daly from Masconomet is in the start. Time for Max, 31.23. Ethan Daly on course and Jacob Coons from Austin is in the start. Time for Ethan, 36.93. Jacob Coons on course and Ibrahim Haroon from North Andover is in the start. Time for Jacob, 41.50. Ibrahim Haroon on course and Matt Vigneault from St. John's Prep is in the start. Time for Matt, 27.90. On course is Peter Shaw from Andover. Who were they? Was it DNF? Yeah, the St. John's Prep finish. Yeah, for normal. Got another one.
Push.
Time for Peter Shaw from Andover, 40.44. Colin Dillon from Masconomet is in the start. Time for Colin, 35.82. George Mamakos from Austin Prep is on course, and Zach Golden from North Andover is in the start. Time for George, 45.65. Time for Zach Golden, 31.31.
Grab a red, Jerry. Maybe I'm grab a red.
On course is Andrew Kaplow from St. John's Prep, and Rourke Lee from Newburyport is in the start.
I know, but have to grab these coming down. Have to grab the red.
On course is Rourke Lee from Newburyport, and Johnny Nees from Andover is in the start. Time for Rourke, 44.32. Johnny Nees on course, and Aizen Awizis from Masconomet is in the start. Time for Johnny, 36.22. Aiden Awizis from Masconomet on course, and Danny Holt from Austin Prep is in the start. Danny Holmes from Austin Prep is now on course, and Colby Muse from North Andover is in the start. Time for Danny Holmes, 42.45. Colby Muse is on course, and Luke Elmer from St. John's Prep is in the start. Time for Colby, 31.08. Luke Elmer from St. John's Prep is on course. Henry Aiello from Newburyport is in the start. Time for Luke, 31.11. Henry Aiello on course, and Noah Chantabone from Andover is in the start. Time for Henry, 54.62. Noah Chantabone on course, and Evan Zeltzer from Masconomet is in the start. Time for Noah, 35.91. Evan Zeltzer on course, and Liam Dean from Austin Prep is in the start. Time for Evan, 35.39. Liam Dean is on course, and Will Arms from North Andover is in the start. Time for Liam, 45.47. At the start is Tyler Schwam from St. John's Prep. Time for Tyler, 32.12. Kyle Haskell on course from Andover, and Zach Richard from Masconomet is in the start.
Come on, push, pull, reach.
Time for Kyle, 37.44. Zach Richard on course, and Josh Zuchero from Austin Prep is in the start. Time for Zach, 36.32. Josh Zucchero on course, and Aiden Bambury from North Andover is in the start. Josh's time, 56.54. Aiden Bambury from North Andover on course, and Alex Flynn from St. John's Prep is in the start. Time for Aiden, 41.72. Alex Flynn from St. John's is on course. Alexander Riley is in the start from Andover. Time for Alex, 29.91. Alexander Riley on course, and John McQuarrie from Masconomet is in the start.
Come on, push.
Time for Alexander, 36.34. John McQuarrie on course, and Dylan Patel from Austin Prep is in the start. Time for John, 38.15. Dylan Patel on course. Kevin Packett from North Andover is at the top. Time for Dylan, 44.08. Kevin Packard on course. Nick Marino from St. John's Prep is in the start. Time for Kevin, 36.93. Nick Marino on course. Nate Flagg from Andover is in the start. Time for Nick Marino, 29.63. Nate Flagg from Andover on course, and Jonas Kovamies from Masco is in the start. Time for Nate, 36.83. Jonas Kovamies on course, and Joey Zucchero from Austin Prep is up at the top. Avery Tibbetts from North Andover is in the start. Avery Tibbetts now on course, and Aiden Rogers from St. John's Prep is in the start. Time for Avery, 38.00. Aiden Rogers on course, and Declan Mackhold from Andover is in the start.
Yeah, then Andover. Calvin asked about how, like, we have to stay on the phone until Andover. You know, the last race are active. If I make a mistake and I don't get their time, they deserve to be run.
Time for Aiden Rogers, 28.73. Declan Mackhold from Andover is on course.
Okay, alright, all set. We can come back in a minute for you to set up.
Time for Declan, 40.06. That concludes the varsity race. The JV race will start in about 5 minutes. Thank you.
Yeah, the picture. Snowboard lessons starting right now at the spinning area. That's all we're signed up for. 4:30 p.m. snowboard lessons starting right now at the spinning area. Jared!
Coach Marcagiani to the finish shack. Okay, JV race is ready to begin. Baden Cox from Masconomet is in the start. Baden is now on course. James Graham is in the starting box. Time for Baden, 38.41. James Graham is now on course, and Mohammed Haroon from North Andover is in the start.
One star that was like I think shot or whatever. They're like something like it or something. Alright. Are you gonna take John's one? No, don't anybody. You have St. John's one.
Time for James, 60.17.
Okay, now you can send St. John's. Yeah, no big deal. Forget it.
Mohammed Haroon is on course. Sam Tucker is in the start.
Okay. So now I'm going to send him to get fast. Send Manchester.
Sam Tucker on course, and Owen McLean from Manchester, Essex is in the start. Time for Sam, 27.87. Owen McLean from Manchester, Essex on course. Patrick Alardi from Andover is in the start. Time for Owen McLean, 26.45. From Andover, Patrick Alardi is on course, and Colin Bakunis from Masconomet is in the start. Time for Patrick, 36.11. Colin Bakunis on course. Sean Murphy from Austin Prep is in the start. Time for calling, 41.41. Sean Murphy on course, and Austin Banbury from North Andover is in the start. Okay. Time for Sean, 48.11. Austin Banbury on course. At the start is Gray West from Manchester, Essex. Gray West on course, and Ty Cox from Andover is up top. Time for Gray West, 38.08. Ty Cox on course. Mike Mahalchik from Masconomet is in the start. Time for Ty, 38.41. Mike Mahalchik on course, and Ryan Sullivan from Austin Prep is in the start. Time for Mike, 42.60. Ryan Sullivan on course. Will Slayton from North Andover is in the start. Time for Ryan, 48.38. Time for Will Slayton, 38.56. Sam Charette from St. John's Prep is on course. Tucker Nichols from Manchester, Essex is in the start. Time for Sam, 26.42. Tucker Nichols is on course. Elliot McQuaid from Andover is in the start. Time for Tucker, 42.91. Elliot McQuaid on course, and Matt Aronson from Masconomet is in the start. Time for Elliot, 41.71. Matt Aronson on course. Nick Capone from Austin Prep is in the start. Time for Matt, 39.62. Nick Capone is on course. Thomas Judson from North Andover is in the start. Time for Nick, 52.14. Thomas Judson on course. Ronan Muller from St. John's Prep is in the start. Time for Thomas, 41.81. Ronan Mullen on course, and Ernest Taylor from Manchester, Essex is in the start. Ronan Mullen, 41.28. Ernest Taylor on course, and Teddy Pierney from Andover is in the start. Time for Ernest Taylor, 41.34. Teddy Pierney on course. Quinn Dexter from Masconomet in the start. Time for Teddy, 36.83. Quinn Dexter on course. Luke Durney from North Andover is in the start. Time for Quinn Dexter, 42.19. Luke Durney on course. Nolan Chandler from St. John's Prep is in the start. Time for Luke, 44.78.
I'm not positive. I think he came off and put back on. But I'm just going to get him time. Alright, we got Manchester loaded. I don't know. Look at me just get again. He probably fell up again. Yeah, now we know. I didn't know. Alright. I couldn't tell. Alright, 10 Manchester. So, wait, no. He did a video saying it is time. Yes, it is. No. He's going to ruin that time. Stop that kid. Get him out. Don't let him run.
Don't let him go. Don't let him go.
Thank you. Alright. No, we're good. Sorry, we're good. No, I just panicked. Alright, back to business. You got any number 5?
Andrew Cahill is on course. Rowan Norton from Andover is in the start.
Alright, 10 Andover. No, I said it. I already ended it. Alright, you got that. Okay.
Time for Andrew, 45.30.
holding his leg.
Is he alright?
No.
Let me know if you have any radio keep it going.
What do you want with that other guy?
Owen Riley from Masconomet, you can go to the top for a rerun. Just get at the front of the line. Owen Riley, go to the top for a rerun.
Alright, you had enough to keep it going?
They were over there looking down.
Keep it going?
He okay?
Yeah.
Okay, he's okay.
Okay, alright.
Carson Wong from North Andover is now on course. In the start is Josh Atkinson from St. John's Prep.
Oh, well, I don't know. We gotta think about it. All right. You doing six? Okay. I'm not sure. I was paying attention. 17 shots. You paying attention to six? All right.
Time for Carson, 44.51. Josh Atkinson on course. William Connell from Manchester, Essex is in the start.
You get hand over six?
Time for Josh, 37.11. William Connell on course. Matthew Weber from Andover is in the start.
Push. Nice.
Time for William, 43.48. Matthew Weber on course. Charles Antonakis from Masconomet is in the start.
No, they have a seven.
Time for Matthew, 43.88.
Yeah, they said that got burned away. That's why. All right, so hand number seven.
On course, Charles Antonakis and Luke Bannerman from St. John's Prep is at the start. At the top in the start is Armin Chowdhury from Andover.
Oh, the rerun, sorry, yeah. That's the rerun now, so.
Sure. Harmon Chowdhury on course. At the start is Owen Riley from Masconomet. Time for Harmon, 59.27. Owen Riley on course, and in the start is Leo Catullus from Masconomet.
Okay, yeah. Better get taken out date. Alright.
Time for Owen, 51.12. Leo Catullus on course. Max River from St. John's is at the start. Time for Leo, 49.89. Max Rizza on course. Ruiz Boylan from Andover is in the start. Time for Max, 38.92. Ruiz Boylan on course. Andrew Scorzoni from St. John's Prep is in the start.
No. Yeah, no, okay. Alright, take on 10.
Time for Ruiz, 44.87. Andrew Scorzoni on course. And Joe Anton from Andover is in the start.
Oh, I skipped ahead. Alright.
Okay.
Oh, he's already. What do you mean? No, wait, you have St. John's 10? And over 10 on full. Alright,
Andover 9 should be.
I got the number wrong.
Time for Joe Anton, 44.52. In the start is Grant Drinkwater from St. John's Prep.
Alright, 10 grand. And over 10? Oh, somebody's out of order. Oh, he's on. And over 10 is not there. Okay. Gotcha. So you said St. John's on the left? Alright, so all.
Time for Grand Drinkwater, 41.22.
10 or 11, right? Yeah, 10. No.
Awesome. Yep. Hey. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. So a lot better than that.
Ryan Kane from Andover is on course. Alex Raffini from St. John's Prep is in the start.
No, they're out of order. All right, all right. Yeah.
Time for Ryan, 42.92.
No.
On course is Luke Farrell from St. John's Prep. Time for Luke Farrell, 51.30. Time for Malachi, 41.68. That was Malachi Breedy. On course is Alex Ruffini from St. John's Prep.
Do you have pink on 13? Okay, all right, that's good. I'm not even going to see, by the way. Hey, let me talk to you. Then pink on. Oh, wait, shit, hold on. Oh, they're getting busy. Alright, hold on. Be alright, I'm gonna get this done again in a second. They're off the time. I'm already glad of it. Yeah, they're down, yeah.
Thank you. You're okay for tomorrow and Thursday, right?
I think he's so many games. They're down here.
Ted, can I send the next kid? Ted, can I send the next kid? Or do I have to wait? I don't care either way, just let me know.
In the start is Lucas Massaro from St. John's Prep.
You have hand number 13? Okay, good. Yeah, I should pull it. That's the regular order. Trouble
charge them, just take some out of them.
Yeah, you're in charge. Tell them we're going to get them out of order.
On course, Lucas Massaro. In the start is Daniel Goldsmith from Andover. Time for Lucas, 44.25. Daniel Goldsmith on course. And at the start is Niels Everest from St. John's Prep.
Okay, very good. That's our last right there, right? Okay, so that's it. Great job. Get ready to get the ball out of the 20 seconds.
Time for Daniel, 47.33. On course is Niels Everest, and in the start is Tanner Ciano from St. John's Prep. Time for Niels, 40.07. That concludes today's JV race. Thank you all for coming.